Speaking of special.
Yes?
It's getting that time of the year, and I know people are like, I hope Sam doesn't talk about wrestling. But you know what? For the amount of wrestling knowledge I have in my head,
It's a disservice.
I really don't talk about it that much.
No, you don't.
So if you don't like wrestling, kill yourself.
No, yeah. Kill your... Wait. Throw your fucking radios in the river and then kill yourself.
Yeah.
And
go
then,
with them.
Yeah. And maybe murder your parents.
Murder your parents too. I'll try to keep this relatable though for everyone.
Okay.
It's WrestleMania time this time of year. And the night before WrestleMania, the WWE traditionally inducts people into their Hall of Fame. Now a lot of people say Wrestling Hall of Fame is ridiculous because it's not a competitive sport. But you know, it's where they honor the best performers.
Hold on, that's what I say.
Right, that's what you would say.
You are a mind reader.
Right. But they're acknowledging the top performers.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's not like you have to have a certain number of wins and losses to get into this Hall of Fame. It just,
No, but that would be really funny if it did. That would be hysterical.
Look, you have a lot of submission victories, but in 2 out of 3 falls matches, very weak.
I tell you what, Iron Sheik, an impressive 236 and 14.
They should have records like that.
That would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
Why did they never think of doing that?
I don't know. If they were just like, yeah, but his record does not hold up.
I tell you one thing, Andre the Giant, there's a guy, when you look back on his record, somehow he was 411 and 3. Now I'm just saying my own 2 cents, that guy was a hell of a wrestler.
But what's going on here is, in the Hall of Fame, you have guys that everybody knows. It's the most famous people. Andre the Giant.
Boom.
Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Bret Hart.
All right.
This year, they're
He's famous.
inducting Stone Cold Steve Austin.
All right, famous.
You know, they're putting Terry Funk in there.
Famous.
Famous. He was in Roadhouse, right? One of those movies.
Yeah, and he was in the documentary Beyond the Mat.
Yeah. People know him. You know, they put all the famous guys, and they introduce every week another inductee.
Okay.
Even Pete Rose is in the Hall of Fame in the celebrity wing.
I love it.
Along with William the Refrigerator Perry.
How smart of a move was the Wrestling Hall of Fame to put Pete Rose in there just by being able to say, hey, listen, we're the better Hall of Fame. We got Pete Rose.
Do you? MLB?
Does Cooperstown have Charlie Hustle? No.
Nope.
But Vinnie Mac has him.
You want to see Pete Rose on a plaque? You come up to Stanford CT. Don't worry about Cooperstown.
And I would love to know the family who's like, you know what? They're right. I'm not driving to Cooperstown. Oh, fuck them. I'm going to make a left to go to Greenwich.
Yeah.
I want to see Pete Rose on a gold plaque.
Well, here is the latest inductee to the WWE Hall of Fame.
All right. Now, my wrestling knowledge is not as superior as yours.
Right.
But you cannot be telling me that Koko fucking Beware
I see you flapping those
is
wings.
in the Hall of
They're
Fame.
putting Koko Beware in the Hall of Fame.
You're joking.
They said Stone Cold Steve Austin, Terry Funk, and then they get one for the wrestling Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Then they get one for the wrestling geeks. They put Bill Watts in because he's like a famous promoter from back in the day.
All right.
Then they throw Koko Beware at us.
You know what I would do if I was Stone Cold, Ricky Steamboat, Terry Funk on
What?
induction night?
What?
I'd get dynamite and blow that place straight to hell. I would explode
Just blow it
the
up.
stadium. You are not inducting me into the Hall of Fame along with Koko Beware. Forever, Stone Cold, one of the most famous, dare I even say revolutionary wrestlers, is now going to have to say, my class was Koko Beware. I was in the Koko Beware class. Yep.
Koko gets to do a speech on the same night as Stone Cold.
That
They put Ric Flair in the Hall of Fame last year. Koko this year.
Koko Beware.
Do you know how many people are not in? Do you know how many? Kamala. Kamala, I think, deserves a spot over Koko Beware. Even if and some people are like, well, they got to put a black guy in, right?
Yeah. No.
Kamala. Bad News Brown.
I'll put Bad News in before. Well, JYD's definitely in, right?
JYD is in because he's dead.
I know this man's not black, but you put in Leaping Lenny Poffo before you put in Koko Beware.
You do.
And is he going to show up with Frankie, his parrot? that for some reason he thought he was a pirate? Like, wait,
I used to love how
what's your gimmick?
they clipped his feathers so he just flapped those wings and couldn't fly anywhere.
I
Sorry,
know.
Frankie.
It was the worst case of animal cruelty in the history of the world. Let's fuck a parrot up so a black man can have the most confusing gimmick of all time.
He's the Birdman.
Is he a pirate, or is he some sort of, super freak type, funkadelic type guy?
I don't know, Dave, but this is the kind of thing that we're going to have to get into next week when Special Delivery comes at you live. And I know we said that before,
Yeah.
but what this is actually
This
happening. Next week, Special Delivery, 9 to midnight on the Virus.
You say live, and I'll say not taped, and we'll say it together. 1,
Live.
2, 3.
Live
Taped!
on the Virus. XM202, Sirius 197. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I've been Primetime Sam Roberts.
My name is Eastside David McDonald.
We did-
Ron Fez, noon to 3.
We O&A 6 to noon. We did so much today. Started a radio beef with Dr. Steve.
And we didn't want to, by the way. We didn't want to start any beefs. We're not that type of show.
Hit the real world.
But, whatever.
WWE Hall of Fame, listener emails, and more. Folks, 3 hours of this magic comes at you next week.
And
Please-
your phone calls.
Please tune in. Phone calls, emails, specialdeliveryshow@gmail.com. We'll see you next week, everybody.
Bye, y'all. Faux shit is.